Hi guys, it's Billy from the Disciples here with our new 2019 UK National Champion, Marcus Patel. So Marcus, what were you playing this weekend?
I was playing pure Sky Striker, going first with no mine in main or side.
Okay, so can we see the list?
Yeah, sure. So I played 3 Ash and 2 Veiler. This was because you want hand traps. So your opponents play differently if you set no back row, and you just need more interruptions. But you don't need that many hand traps.
Is anybody new here?
Free standard, free ray, free engage, free widow, and I think this should be standard in going first Sky Striker list, because you want to have free spells in graveyard as quickly as possible. Well, free roll. You want to have spells in graveyard as quickly as possible, so your engages can draw and get you interrupts. I also played free shot cannon because I think this is one of the best cards in the format, especially against Salad. If you banish the Jaguar, it removes all the recursion for Salad, because they then only have a limited amount of extra deck cards. As well as versus Orcus, you need to make sure you have this for the skeleton when the target ding, because it stops the Rusty pop and it stops 2 interrupts by itself. It's also Sky Striker spell, so it adds more counters to multi-roll, and it means you hit better off area 0. And then the 1-ups, Hornet Drones, Eagle Booster. This card is really important now because you set up very weak boards, because most of the time you end with Shizuku with an engaged hand, sometimes not even making the Kagari, where you just save it for the next turn. So sometimes you end with really weak boards and you just have to hope you don't get OTK'd, and this card allows you to protect your guy from being killed while you have 3 spells, and then if you have ended with 2 engages in hand, you can just break their board most of the time. Afterburners, standard, and Jamming Waves. Jamming Waves is a really good card right now because it just hits the raw. It can play through the Fog Blades in Orcus. And then Hercules Base, because during the late game, you usually need to search off Shizuku to shuffle back the Kagari for plays later, and the draw effect's also alright, because Salad usually set up a board with like 1/8 monsters. For the other spells, Free MST and Galaxy Cyclone. This is essentially a 4th MST. The reason why you play these cards, because you want to fill up, as I said, you want to fill up spells early, so your Sky Striker card starts doing stuff, going first and going second. The reason why I didn't play Twin Twister was because I never liked this card in the card. I could always set MST, and I could always set the MST, and hopefully they try and pop it with any of a back row, Heat Leo Spin, and it's just be super chainable. You only really need it. You just use resources more efficiently with the MST. And then I play free Foolish Goods Fusion, just because you want to load up the graveyard with spells. And then these also just consistency cards. And that is it for the main deck. The extra deck, 1 Kagari, 3 Shizuku, 3 Hayate, and 2 Kana. 2 Kana always comes up. When you're playing against 3 boards versus Salad, you make it, and if they have a Phantasma on board or like a Dweller on board, if they didn't know what you were playing, you usually hit, and it stops you from them doing loads of damage on their turn. Also against Orcus, you never kill the Rusty, you Kana the Rusty. Their Fog Blades never bring it, they can't link it away, so it's always there, and it's more harder for them to OTK. For the extra deck cards, Avram, Borosword, Topologic. Topologic always comes up because it's always the easiest one to make, especially with Heater, and you just summon Heater, bring back the Wolf, make this card. Then it becomes an interrupt versus Salad. As we play free Shot Cannon, you just Shot Cannon back the Balinks. If they only have 1 in graveyard, and you'll be able to blow up the whole board. Borosword to do easy OTKs, and Avram sometimes to out there Avram, or against Striker if they've not used if they've used their Jamming Waves, or it came up against Salad where you bait the Rage, Eagle Booster this and protect it. And then other cards, Heater, just a very good card this format. Phoenix, and Negrease is just another easy card to make, especially with Heater. Onto the side deck. For the side deck, we sided 3 Pankatops. This is Nationals, so for some rogue you side this in. Also, you side this in versus Salad going second, as you don't want to lose the anti-spell Imperial Order. Free Lancia for the Orcus matchup. I sided it in going first and second, as this makes the Orcus matchup a lot easier. Free Ogre was for Pendulum, and for the Mirror, as multi-role is even more important now, as there's only one Kagari for the Engage. And in the Mirror, they tend to not make Kagari as often as it can be shot cannoned, so you have to use it way more wisely. They have to usually use Ray Effective Special Summon Kagari to add back Engage. Just essentially that multi-role is more important in that matchup now. Double Impermanence, 1 Veiler. I think Veiler is better than Impermanence, that's why I side the 3rd Veiler and then 2 more Impermanences. I side these in against Orcus going 2nd because you need to disrupt the Mermaid, and even negating the Rusty is strong because it stops them from adding boots to make the Galatea, and it also, basically the Fog Blades are kind of annoying. So it can negate Mermaid and Rusty. I also sided Triple Dimension Ground. Sadly, in theory, I thought this card was amazing. I never actually resolved it properly because I don't think I went first, set this with a good board. Every time it was either I never went into game 3 going first, or I had this card and I had no Ray plays. I had no play, so I just set it. So I never really saw its full potential. But in theory, it makes sense, especially against Salad and Orcus, because they all side in back row removal like Twin Twister, Cosmics, and Salad with Light Stage. So it's just chainable backward that gives you advantage. That is it for the deck. Now I just want to go to shoutouts. I want to give a massive shout out to my team, the Disciples, who have just good group of guys. I travel with them here. We test together. We go to events together. I also want to, with the deck, the person that helped me the most was Connor Zhao. Because since like the last couple of months, we've always been playing Sky Striker Mirrors, we've been testing Sky Striker Mirrors, we've been talking theory. I would test, he would test, and we will both message each other and come back with our results with different cards tested. I also want to give a shout out to the Team Karibo members, because I was supposed to travel up with them, but unfortunately I overslept. They waited for me and tried really hard to wake me up. So Tom, Seb and Alec, I'm sorry.
So how many alarms was it, Marcus?
5 alarms.
Yeah, 5 alarms, cool.
Yeah, sorry Tom. And I want to give the biggest shout out to the Brotherhood family. They're the reason why I'm still playing Yu-Gi-Oh today. Michael Loizu has always supported me from the beginning when I had no cards. Yeah, this is all Michael's deck. Brotherhood, if you can go to one of the events, I really appreciate it. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, thanks very much, Marcus, and thanks for watching, guys.
Bye.